Hey guys, I'm Colwen, another Transformer video. Today I've got Transformers Star Wars crossovers, the 2012 Anakin Skywalker to Y-Wing mold here. Let me go ahead and bring in... Now the Y-Wing has been pretty common through Star Wars ever since Episode 4. We've got soda can, we've got hubcap, and apparently in when we see it in Episode 4, they're all beat up and worn down. Wow, he's pretty good size. And they don't look as nice as they should. So when they did Clone Wars, they tried again and they made them all nice and pretty. And so this is one of the transforming versions. You can see the backpack is very clean. It is an obvious backpack. It is obviously the cockpit with the engine nacelles. But they use the engine nacelles, rest of the nacelles, to make the legs. So that's actually not a terrible use of spaceship parts. And I don't know why they had to make the robot mode look like the character. I don't know. Here I am breaking my toys on camera again. Let me peg that back in there. This is a little dual missile launcher thing. It doesn't shoot very far. Let's see how much power we can get behind it. Use the Force. Who's using the Force there, me or him? Okay, so the missile launcher isn't very powerful, but that's cool. That's cool. That is an interesting head sculpt. It does look like him. Swivel at the head. I like that the molded ends look like this stormtrooper armor from the Clone Wars. He's got the Jedi robes underneath. He's got an up and down swivel. He's got a double hinge. Something weird is going on here in his shoulder. There's two hinges, one in the shoulder and one in the torso, and then there's another swivel there, but I'm not sure where the swivel actually is. Wow. Okay, that is interesting. He's got a swivel at the elbow and a decent 90-degree elbow. He's got a wrist swivel and an up and down wrist, so you can actually get him into some sword poses. He did come with a lightsaber. I don't have one nearby enough to bother. He has a waist swivel. He's got ratcheted hips, and he's got these weird mechanical things going on. The hips are supposed to use up here with this, and actually, I think he would. He would be able to sit down kind of at a control station, so I'm going to have to remember that. He can actually sit down. He's got these weird knees going on where they bend forward more than they do backwards. I think mine were misassembled or something. I did go in there and kind of carve out the back to get some extra space. He has a swivel below the knee, and he's got some feet articulation, but that's mainly because of the transformation. Speaking of transformation, also one more thing. He does have these interesting little hidden blaster guns, which is why I would actually like to repaint this guy as something else. I don't know what, but I've always... He is unfortunately suffering from yellowing and bleaching of his armor, which kind of sucks, but hey, you know, that happens sometimes. It hasn't led to him to have any self-destructive tendencies, so hey, you know, maybe I could repaint it, I don't know. Transformation. We're going to fold his feet up together like this and push his feet up inside his legs like this. Turn the legs around so that they lock themselves into place. There we go. Other way. Because these hip skirt holsters are going to fold over like that. And then you're going to use these hip joints up here to spread his legs out quite a bit. And then using he's got this double hinge thing going on. You're going to fold him away from his own hips, and you gotta reach up in here and pull out the landing gear. Uh-oh. Oh, it's over there. Okay. Okay, I have my multi-tool here. See, I have to reach up in here and push out the landing gear. Get out here. Then we're going to push the head into place, and he just turns into this big old floppy mess here. Up here on the backpack, we need to lift it up in a way, and this can actually come completely out. It's not supposed to. This piece I saw on eBay for $15. Just this one piece, they want $15 for it. Okay, something is going on here. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Keep the landing gear down. Keep the cockpit up. And then these arms need to fold up alongside the cockpit with the hands facing down so that things can all tuck into place like this. Is there a hole there? Okay, no. You need to line the hands up so that there's a hole right through the middle of them. That's going to come into play in a little bit. Okay, so that's all secured down. There are little notches in these nacelles. Okay, that's how the wing pack goes. How the engines go in. Bring the turn the stuff at the waist. Oh no, I had it turned correctly. Okay, the shoulder pads. Damn it. Supposed to tuck into these little notches on either side of the engines. Then we can bring the waist up. This is why I didn't want to review this guy. This guy's a pain in the butt to transform. There are these hinges on the inside of the thighs that you're going to use to bring the legs up and then peg them into place like engine nacelles. And now there we go. I can't get a good grip on this thing. Let's put the missile launcher back in place. We can fold out the landing gear. And there we have him in his spaceship mode. So, as we can see with the Y-wing, the top of it is very good representation. It's got quite a bit of yellowing all over it, and yeah, I did paint up the missiles differently. That underside, though, is absolutely random Jedi chest plate. We do have the folding landing gear, come on, which is nice to see. And when you put it down flat, yeah, you kind of see some arm bit, but it's okay. The missile launcher no longer works, apparently. Yeah, missile launcher doesn't work as well because it's stuck being held on by these hands. You can still lower down the handle. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it's a thing you can do if you want. Little tiny astromech droid in there. The shoulder, the hip weapons hide away very nicely. You got crotch, just big old crotch in the back. He is capable, or at least he should be, if I didn't untransform him, should be capable of standing up. If I fold in the landing gear, That might balance him out a little. Okay, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. There we go. Got film our Spider-Man. We've got soda can. We can go ahead and stand Scourge up as well. And let's go ahead and lean hubcap up in here. So the guy is very long in Y-Wing mode. So it is a fairly impressively sized Y-Wing. Let's... Give me a second, film. There is the car guys next to him. So again, he's got some length on him. Let me transform this back up again. So I looked online, and there are two versions of him. There is a 2009 version, and then there is this version, the 2012 or so. There is a drastic difference between the two. And from what I saw, if I were to say one is better than the other, this one is kind of better than the other. Even with the weird undercarriage stuff going on, it's more posable. It uses the vehicle mode better. It just all around, if you're going to go for one, get the newer one. Price-wise, he was kind of all over the place. I saw one that was incomplete for like $15, ones that were complete for about $25, $30, and ones that were mint in the box for also around $25 to $40. So, yeah, he's out there. He's easy to acquire. It just, are you okay with the price? If I hadn't gotten this guy back years ago for $15, I wouldn't spend 20, 30 bucks on him. I'm glad I have him, but there really are better Transformers out there. The problem with the Star Wars crossover ones is that they were so focused on making the robot look like a character as opposed to just making a Y-Wing that transforms into a robot. If this was all just whites and different kind of stuff down here, it would have been a great design because you could have easily have disguised this stuff as just robot junk and you know, not had to deal with this weird... If they weren't stuck on the idea of making it look like the character, they could have had a lot easier time and just focused on making cool robots instead of weird robot characters. That's... I'm going to be quiet now. I'm Colwen. This has been a review of the Transformers Star Wars crossovers, Clone Wars Y-Wing. It's an alright toy. I wouldn't spend the money on it nowadays. I'm glad I have it. If you think it's interesting, he's easy to get for, I would say, reasonable prices on eBay. Yeah, go check him out. All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.